In this image, I see myself as a young child nearing 4 years old, sitting on she's on a child's wicker chair, um, and she's huddling over a child's Victrola on this big red round hand painted Mexican table. And she is very intent on listening to this lovely tenor voice, and this man is singing, little drops of water, little grains of sand, make the mighty ocean and the beauteous land. And as I look at this image, I'm just drawn into how intent Jen is. And I can hear that man. That's 80 years ago. I can hear him today. And this lovely hum throughout me as I hear the soft and gentle and sustained intensity of his singing voice. And that I just like that hum that goes through the center of my chest as I hear him. And then I realize that my body is mirroring her huddling over the Victrola. And then I feel the crunch of her hand, her cheek leaning into her hand as she listens so intently. And I feel a kind of joyous gratitude to see the intensity of her intentness at such an early age. I feel that that is a very important part of my being. And then, thinking about the words, I feel that I was really lucky at such an early age to be exposed to such a thought that these great things are made of such little things. And it's as if that's telling me that me, this little girl, can become something great too. And as I look at that now, knowing what has happened to me in my life, I feel, it's hard to say, I feel very glad to have had somehow some sense of greatness from such an early age on. And so, given my interest in showing people a new way of understanding identity, I thought this is a perfect place to start. So you now have a little sense of a glimpse that I see this image as a component of my identity, a powerful and subtle and clear and dramatic component of my character. And now I would just like to ask you to do an empathy image or engage in reciprocal vision and see yourself in Jannie's position and tell me what you're seeing and sensing. Is that clear?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see my almost 4-year-old self sitting in front of the record player. I think a Victrola is a record player, right? Is there a record that spins around? Yeah. I'm picturing that horn that comes out.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm picturing the dog too.
Yes.
Yeah, and I see myself looking so intent, completely focused on wanting to take in everything about this, about the record player, about the song, about the words to the song. I feel in my body, in my neck, up into my face, this very, very focused concentration.
What's your emotion as you see that?
It's joy as I see it, and I also feel that intentness of the little one. I feel joy seeing that. I'm just getting this sense of that small child so engrossed with this spinning record and the sound that I don't know what the emotion is, but it's this sense of not wanting to be distracted at all. Like no, don't talk to me, or don't make me stop listening to this. I just really want to experience this with all of myself. So I'm feeling some empathy with this small child of what a joy it is to concentrate on something, give it give it full attention, full curiosity, to be intent on connecting with what's happening. And now I see myself in my own childhood home. Uh, my mother had a stereo, and she would put the country station on. She she loved Chet Atkins, Les Paul, and these old school country singers and musicians, and I would love to listen to that music with her. So I see myself, same thing, right there, standing in front of this stereo and just taking in this music, and I'm happy and my mom's happy. And sometimes she would change the station and put it onto this mellow music, but I see myself going over and turning it back to the country station.
So
Because,
tell me your body responses as you go along.
yeah, there's this determination inside myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very pleased with myself. Just feel this energy coming up in my torso, and just this joy in my body of taking in the rhythm in the words, the strumming guitar and the singing going with it. just feeling inside myself what it is to feel music that has a good rhythm to it. And I'm so glad that I had that experience. Um, but I can see the speakers, and I just see my 4-year-old self looking at the speakers. It's almost just like wanting to see the music, but just looking at this brown square, feeling joy and utter absorption. Picture my mom tapping her foot, and the music's got a fun, carefree energy to it. So I feel this joyful, carefree quality. See my bright-eyed self. It's almost like I can just feel my 4-year-old's face. Yeah. Something about going over and changing the station on the radio, I get this sense of like capability. Like I'm capable. I know how to I remember the number, it was 108. So I just feel this sense of like I'm capable of having the music come up that I want to listen to. All I have to do is pay attention carefully and turn this dial.
Where are you feeling that in your body?
Feel it in my I feel
Capability.
it in, I feel it in my chest
Mhm.
and in my arms, and I feel solid on my feet.
And what about in your fingers?
Yeah, when you ask me about my fingers, something about turning that knob
Mhm.
is it's almost like that was that that is connecting my fingers with the music, and it just fast forwarding to being in, I don't know, 4th grade, 5th grade, maybe even 3rd grade, I can't remember, learning to play the saxophone. And just that similar thing of using my fingers to help make the music. Just very, it's like building confidence, competence. Yeah, it's just like this strength of learning how to do something and persevering, that I feel this groundedness and competence. Yeah, it's been a big source of joy in my life.
Boy, I'm grateful to you for that
Mm,
because it just uh, amplifies my understanding of that time when I spent all day Friday from from January till June with these third graders and doing imaging. And you just very beautifully described how they were and what their joy is in being so intent and allowed to explore the sensations and qualities of what they're interested in, and how it just gets better. And then the more they like it, the more there's confidence and joy there. It's really, I couldn't have hoped for more, Jerry. That's really beautiful.
Well, thanks for the image to get me started. I love it when Jannie shows up.